So is this actually a realistic recalibration by the powers that be of realising that actually we had been listening too much to NGOs and all these people, and that actually what the people want is something different?
I think there's a lot of truth in that, and my hunch is that immigration is the big issue here. A set of figures last week from Eurostat, the European Statistical Agency, that showed in 2022 alone, 250,000, the foreign population of Ireland rose by 250,000. At a time when there's a housing crisis, my hunch is, and I'm married to an immigrant and I spent most of my adult life as an immigrant in other countries, my hunch is that people feel it's gone too far, it's having negative effects, and for too long in this country, we have had this thing where we cannot say there's any negative or downsides from immigration. There is. There are. Okay? We need to be honest about that. Immigration has many positive effects. It has some negative effects. And when it gets to big numbers like 250,000 people, then it has big negative effects. So my hunch is that surge in immigration is the main thing that's causing this unsettlement. Could be wrong about that. But
does anyone disagree with anything Dan is saying there?
How does it express itself, Dan, in this country? And I know it has in other European countries in different ways, particularly in the UK. But in terms of immigration, the only way it's expressed itself here has been opposition to asylum seekers and the problems there are with accommodating them during the housing crisis. And asylum seekers here represent something like 0.3% of the population. It's a tiny number in the state of 5 million. Now, maybe I've missed it, but I have not detected, outside those who have what we call far-right views or whatever, that there is any resentment towards immigration in general when people go into our hospitals, when they go take a bus, when the service industries and all, and they see that. It has only manifested itself in relation to that tiny issue around asylum seekers so far.
Okay, so the opinion polls are asking questions like, is there too much immigration? And large numbers of people are saying there is.
What do they understand by immigration?
But these are the sort of questions we need to ask. Yeah. And what I'm saying is that part of the conversation we have not had up to now is anyone who raised the issue of downsides of immigration was immediately shouted down as being a member of the far right. Yeah. That's stupid. It is stupid. Yeah. Migration is a complex social phenomenon with upsides and downsides. And the notion that 250,000 people coming in a single year is not going to exacerbate the housing crisis, which most of us agree is the number one issue, is just
Hang on, 250,000 people in a single year?
That is what Eurostat numbers came out with. They said that at the beginning of 2002, there were 900,000 foreign nationals, foreign non-Irish-born people living in Ireland. By the 1st of January 2023, that had increased by 250,000.
Sorry, you said 2022 to 2023.
In that year, from January 1st, 2022 to January 1st, 2023. They're estimates.
So that's including the 100,000 Ukrainians, presumably?
A lot of people including come here with work permits, people who come with study, people who come who are other refugees, the whole lot. So it's the foreign national population here. Now, those numbers are likely, these are expert statisticians, to be in the ballpark. So it is a very big number. And in my view, what has caused this change is largely people just saying, wow, this is a big change that suddenly happened.
Okay.